Age 70 is a precious yet fragile stage when the body becomes more sensitive to daily habits. This morning, a 78-year-old woman passed away suddenly with no prior health issues, serving as a stark reminder that small mistakes can silently harm us. Below are 7 things to avoid and 4 common regrets to help you live healthier and more fully. 7 things to avoid in your 70s. 1. Don't push your body too hard on an empty stomach. Engaging in intense physical activity before eating in the morning can place unnecessary stress on your body, particularly as you age into your 70s. After a night of sleep, your body has been in a fasting state for hours, leaving your blood sugar levels low and your energy reserves depleted. At this point, your cardiovascular system is still waking up, adjusting to the demands of a new day. For many, the instinct is to dive into tasks like gardening, jogging, or lifting heavy objects right after rolling out of bed. However, this habit becomes increasingly risky with age. As we grow older, our heart and blood vessels lose some of their youthful flexibility, making them less equipped to handle sudden strain. When you exert yourself without fuel, your heart must work harder to pump blood, and your blood pressure can spike dangerously. This added pressure might even dislodge arterial plaque, heightening the chances of a stroke or other serious cardiovascular events, outcomes that can often be avoided with a little care. The good news is that protecting yourself is simple and doesn't require drastic changes. Before tackling any strenuous activity, take a moment to nourish your body with a light, nutritious snack. Something as easy as a banana, a handful of nuts, or a piece of whole grain toast can stabilize your blood sugar and provide the energy your muscles and heart need to function safely. Pair this with a gentle warm-up. Think a slow walk around the house, some light stretching, or even a few minutes of deep breathing. These small steps ease your body into motion, reducing strain on your system and honoring its needs. By fueling up and starting slowly, you set the stage for a day of safe, sustainable activity, preserving your health for years to come. 2. Avoid rising from bed too hastily in the morning. As we age, the simple act of getting out of bed can become a hidden hazard if done too quickly. After a night of rest, your body is in a state of calm, your heart rate is slower, blood pressure is lower, and circulation has been at a reduced pace. Jumping up abruptly disrupts this delicate balance, triggering a sudden drop in blood pressure, known as orthostatic hypotension. This condition can leave you feeling lightheaded, unsteady, or even cause you to faint, significantly increasing the risk of a fall. For older adults, falls are a leading cause of injury, often resulting in fractures, head trauma, or long-term mobility issues. Beyond the immediate danger, rapid movement can also strain stiff joints and muscles that haven't yet warmed up after hours of inactivity, potentially leading to discomfort or injury in the back or limbs. The good news is that this risk is easily preventable with a mindful morning routine. Instead of leaping out of bed the moment you wake, take a gentler approach to ease your body into the day. Start by lying still for a moment, allowing yourself to fully awaken. Then take several deep, slow breaths to boost oxygen flow and gently stimulate your system. Next, carefully roll onto your side and use your arms to push yourself into a seated position at the edge of the bed. Let your feet rest on the floor and pause there for 30 to 60 seconds, or longer if you feel unsteady. This brief wait gives your blood pressure time to stabilize and your body a chance to adjust to the upright position. Only then should you stand, ideally using a nearby surface like a nightstand for support if needed. By slowing down this transition, you protect yourself from dizziness and falls, setting a safe and steady tone for the day ahead. 3. Don't push too hard during bathroom visits. As we age, even routine activities like using the bathroom can become unexpectedly risky if not approached with care. Excessive straining during bowel movements might seem like a minor inconvenience, but it can place significant stress on your body, particularly on the heart and brain. When you push too hard, the pressure in your chest increases dramatically, momentarily reducing the amount of blood flowing back to your heart. This sudden disruption can limit oxygen-rich blood from reaching vital organs, potentially triggering dizziness, lightheadedness, or even fainting. For older adults, whose cardiovascular systems may already be less resilient. This strain heightens the risk of serious events like a heart attack or stroke. Beyond the heart, straining also spikes blood pressure in the brain and abdomen, which could weaken blood vessels over time. In extreme cases, this pressure might rupture a vessel, leading to a hemorrhagic stroke or other emergencies, especially if you already have high blood pressure or vascular vulnerabilities. The good news is that these risks are largely preventable with simple adjustments. The key is to approach bathroom visits with patience rather than force. Relaxing your body and avoiding the urge to rush can make a big difference. To ease the process naturally, focus on your diet. Incorporate more fiber-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains to promote smoother digestion and prevent constipation, a common cause of straining. Staying hydrated is equally crucial. Drinking plenty of water keeps stools soft and reduces the need for effort. Aim for a calm, mindful routine, and avoid distractions like phones or books that might prolong sitting and add pressure to your lower veins. By treating your body gently during these moments, you safeguard your heart, brain, and overall well-being for the long term. 4. Don't cut yourself off from others. As we age, it's easy to drift into solitude, whether due to retirement, the loss of loved ones, or physical limitations that make socializing harder. However, isolating yourself can take a serious toll on both your mental and physical well-being. Loneliness isn't just an emotional burden, it's a health hazard. Studies show that prolonged isolation increases the risk of depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline, such as memory loss or dementia. Physically, it can weaken your immune system, raise blood pressure, and heighten the chances of heart disease. For many over 70, the absence of regular human connection accelerates aging and shortens life expectancy. The danger lies in how subtle this shift can be. One day you skip a gathering, and soon it becomes a habit. The good news? You can prevent this downward spiral with intentional effort. Staying connected doesn't mean you need a packed social calendar. It's about maintaining meaningful ties that nourish your spirit. Reach out to family with a phone call or video chat. Technology can bridge distances if they're far away. Rekindle old friendships by sending a message or planning a simple coffee meetup. If mobility is an issue, invite people over for a relaxed visit. Beyond personal relationships, engaging with your community offers a sense of belonging and purpose. Join a local book club, attend a senior center event, or participate in a hobby group, whether it's gardening, knitting, or cards. Even small interactions, like chatting with a neighbor or volunteering at a nearby charity, can lift your mood and keep you grounded. Human connection is a lifeline in your 70s, protecting your health and enriching your days. Don't let solitude define this chapter. Open the door to others and thrive. 5. Don't overlook the importance of regular health checkups. As we age, our bodies become more susceptible to silent threats, conditions that creep up without obvious warning signs, until they've already caused significant harm. Skipping regular health checkups is a common mistake that can have dire consequences, particularly for those in their 70s. Many serious illnesses, such as hypertension, diabetes, or high cholesterol, often develop quietly, showing no symptoms until they've progressed to dangerous levels. For instance, untreated high blood pressure can damage arteries and lead to a heart attack, while undiagnosed diabetes might silently harm nerves and kidneys. By the time you notice something's wrong, like persistent fatigue, dizziness, or unexplained weight changes, it may be too late to reverse the damage. Regular checkups act as a vital safety net, catching these hidden dangers early when they're still manageable. Beyond detecting problems, routine medical visits empower you to take control of your health. They provide a clear picture of key indicators, blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol levels, that might otherwise go unchecked. Doctors can spot subtle shifts and recommend lifestyle adjustments, like tweaking your diet or increasing light exercise, before a minor issue becomes a major crisis. Ignoring checkups doesn't just risk missing diseases, it also means missing opportunities to optimize your well-being. Aging brings natural changes, and staying informed through professional guidance helps you adapt wisely. The solution is straightforward yet powerful. Commit to regular appointments with your healthcare providers. Schedule annual or biannual visits with your primary care doctor, dentist, and any specialists as needed. Pay attention to your body between visits, too. Don't dismiss unusual symptoms like shortness of breath or persistent headaches. Early action can be the difference between thriving in your later years and facing preventable setbacks. Prioritizing checkups isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about ensuring those years are vibrant and strong. 6. Don't overlook your mental well-being. As we age, mental health becomes just as critical as physical health, yet it's often dismissed as a natural part of growing older. Ignoring your emotional and psychological state can lead to serious consequences, such as depression, anxiety, or a profound sense of losing purpose. Many assume that feelings of sadness or disconnection are inevitable in later years, but this isn't true. Mental well-being can and should be nurtured at every stage of life. When left unaddressed, these issues don't just dim your daily joy. They can accelerate cognitive decline, weaken resilience, and even shorten your lifespan. The mind thrives on care and attention, and neglecting it risks turning your golden years into a time of quiet struggle. Fortunately, there are simple, effective ways to protect and enhance your mental health. Start by engaging in activities that stimulate your brain and lift your spirits. Reading a good book, whether it's a novel, biography, or something educational, keeps your mind sharp and offers an escape into new worlds. Light physical exercise, like a gentle walk in the park or a stretching routine at home, does more than strengthen your body. It releases endorphins that naturally boost your mood and reduce stress. Beyond these, don't hesitate to seek support if you feel overwhelmed. Talking to a trusted friend, joining a community group, or consulting a therapist can provide relief and perspective. Aging brings changes, retirement loss, or health shifts, but these don't have to define your happiness. By prioritizing mental well-being, you build a foundation for a life that remains vibrant and meaningful. Small, intentional steps, like a daily chat, a quiet hobby, or a moment of mindfulness, can transform your outlook, ensuring your later years are rich with purpose and peace. 7. Don't underestimate the importance of staying hydrated. As we age, maintaining proper hydration becomes increasingly vital, yet it's a need many overlook in their 70s. The body's ability to regulate water balance weakens over time, and even mild dehydration can lead to a cascade of health problems that threaten both comfort and longevity. One of the most immediate consequences is constipation, a common issue for older adults that worsens when fluid intake is insufficient. Without enough water, the digestive system struggles to move waste efficiently, leading to discomfort and potential complications like hemorrhoids or bowel obstruction. Beyond digestion, inadequate hydration heightens the risk of urinary tract infections, UTIs, which can become more frequent and severe with age due to a less resilient immune system and changes in bladder function. If left unchecked, these infections can escalate, affecting overall well-being and requiring medical intervention. Perhaps most critically, failing to drink enough water puts undue stress on the kidneys, organs that naturally lose efficiency as we grow older. Dehydration can impair their ability to filter toxins, potentially leading to kidney stones or chronic kidney disease, conditions that diminish quality of life and may necessitate long-term treatment. Additionally, low fluid intake can cause fatigue, confusion, and dizziness, symptoms often mistaken for normal aging, but which signal the body's desperate need for water. For seniors, these effects can increase the likelihood of falls or mental decline, further compromising independence. The solution is straightforward yet powerful. Aim to drink 1.5 to 2 liters of fluid daily, adjusting based on activity level and climate. Water is the best choice for its purity and simplicity, but herbal teas, such as chamomile or peppermint, offer a flavorful, caffeine-free alternative that supports hydration while soothing the body. Make it a habit to sip throughout the day, keeping a bottle or glass nearby as a reminder. By prioritizing hydration, you safeguard your health and vitality for years to come. For common regrets after 70. 1. Failing to cherish relationships. One of the most profound regrets people face after reaching their 70s is not placing enough value on their relationships. As life unfolds, it's all too easy to let the demands of work, personal ambitions, or daily routines overshadow the time spent with family and friends. Over the years, this neglect can quietly erode the bonds that once brought joy and support, leaving behind a deep sense of loneliness that becomes harder to remedy in later years. By the time many realize the importance of these connections, distance, whether emotional or physical, may have grown too vast to bridge easily. The loss of a spouse, the passing of close friends, or the drifting apart of children and grandchildren can amplify this isolation, turning what could have been a vibrant social life into a solitary existence. Studies consistently show that strong relationships are a cornerstone of long-term happiness and even physical health, with socially connected individuals often living longer and with greater resilience. Yet, in the busyness of earlier decades, this truth is often overlooked until it's too late. The solution lies in making relationships a deliberate priority, no matter how hectic life gets. It's about carving out moments to nurture those ties, whether through a phone call to an old friend, a family dinner, or a visit to a distant relative. Small gestures, like sharing a laugh or listening to someone's story, build a foundation of closeness that sustains you through life's challenges. In your 70s, these connections become a lifeline, offering emotional warmth and a sense of belonging. Don't wait for others to reach out. Take the initiative to stay engaged. By investing time and energy in loved ones today, you ensure that your later years are filled with companionship rather than regret. One of the deepest regrets many people face after reaching their 70s is not pursuing the passions that once lit up their hearts. Life has a way of pulling us into routines. Work, family, and responsibilities often take precedence, leaving little room for personal dreams. You might have wanted to paint, write a novel, travel to distant lands, or learn a musical instrument, but fear of failure, lack of time, or societal expectations convinced you to put those desires on hold. Over the years, these unfulfilled ambitions can pile up, turning into a quiet ache of what if. By the time you look back, the opportunities to explore what truly excites you may feel out of reach, leaving a void where joy and purpose could have flourished. This regret isn't just about missed hobbies. It's about denying yourself the chance to live authentically. Passions fuel creativity, boost mental well-being, and give life meaning beyond daily obligations. Studies show that engaging in activities you love can reduce stress, sharpen your mind, and even improve physical health, benefits that become even more vital as you age. Yet, so many postpone these pursuits, thinking there's always a later. 3. Neglecting your physical and mental well-being. One of the most profound regrets people face after reaching their 70s is failing to prioritize their health, both physical and mental, earlier in life. As we age, the consequences of neglecting our bodies and minds become starkly apparent, often manifesting as preventable conditions that diminish our quality of life. Many take their vitality for granted in younger years, assuming they'll always have the energy to bounce back from poor habits. However, ignoring warning signs like fatigue, poor diet, or lack of exercise can quietly pave the way for chronic illnesses such as diabetes, heart disease, or arthritis. Similarly, dismissing mental health needs, whether through stress, unresolved emotions, or lack of stimulation, can lead to anxiety, depression, or cognitive decline. By the time these issues surface, they're often harder to reverse, leaving individuals wishing they'd acted sooner. The solution lies in adopting a proactive, balanced approach to self-care long before problems arise. Physically, this means nourishing your body with wholesome foods. Think colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, while avoiding excessive sugar or processed junk that strains your system. Staying active is equally crucial. Even gentle exercises like walking, swimming, or stretching can maintain strength, flexibility, and circulation, keeping ailments at bay. Mentally, it's about engaging your mind with activities like reading, puzzles, or learning new skills to preserve sharpness and resilience. Beyond that, carve out time for relaxation, meditation, deep breathing, or simply sitting quietly to reduce stress and foster emotional balance. Health isn't just about avoiding sickness. It's about building a foundation for vitality and independence. By caring for your body and mind consistently, you ensure your later years are filled with energy and clarity, rather than regret over what could have been prevented with a little effort. 4. Not carving out personal time. One of the most overlooked regrets as people age is the failure to prioritize themselves amidst life's demands. For many, the habit of always putting others first, whether it's family, friends, or work responsibilities, becomes so ingrained that personal needs are perpetually pushed aside. Over time, this selflessness, while admirable, takes a heavy toll. Constantly giving without replenishing your own reserves leads to physical exhaustion, emotional burnout, and a quiet erosion of joy. In your 70s, when energy levels naturally wane, the effects of this neglect can feel even more pronounced, leaving you depleted when you should be savoring life's later chapters. This regret often stems from a belief that self-care is selfish or indulgent, a misconception that traps many in a cycle of overextension. Years spent neglecting hobbies, rest, or simple moments of solitude can accumulate into a longing for the peace you never allowed yourself to claim. By the time you reach your later years, the realization hits. You've spent so much time tending to others that you've lost touch with what truly rejuvenates you. The solution lies in intentionally carving out time for yourself, no matter how small the gesture. It's not about grand escapes, but about honoring your own needs with quiet consistency. Treat yourself to moments of rest, perhaps a leisurely afternoon with a book, a warm bath, or a walk in nature without a rushed agenda. Rediscover a long-lost passion, like painting or gardening, or simply sit with your thoughts to reconnect with your inner self. These acts of self-kindness rebuild your strength, sharpen your mind, and restore balance. In your 70s, making time for yourself isn't a luxury. It's a necessity to live with vitality and avoid the regret of a life spent only on others. A vibrant and fulfilling old age isn't just a dream. It's within your reach if you steer clear of these common pitfalls and take charge of your life starting now. The choices you make today, no matter how small, ripple forward, shaping the quality of your later years. By avoiding these 7 mistakes and reflecting on these 4 regrets, you're not just dodging potential health crises or emotional burdens. You're building a foundation for a life rich with energy, purpose, and happiness. Imagine waking up each day in your 70s feeling strong, connected, and at peace, rather than weighed down by preventable struggles. That's the power of proactive steps taken in the present. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. A glass of water, a moment of stillness, a call to a friend. These aren't grand gestures, but they compound over time to shield you from regret and enhance your well-being. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can be a season of joy and wisdom if you act with intention. So what resonates with you most? Which of these lessons sparks a change you're ready to embrace? Your thoughts matter. Share them below, and let's inspire each other to live better. If this message strikes a chord, I'd love for you to join our journey on YouTube. Please hit the like button to let us know this content helps. It fuels us to keep creating. Better yet, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that could transform your life. We're a community dedicated to thriving at every age, and your support means the world. Together, let's make every day count, starting today.